Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Meritza. I hope you're keeping well and have had a great week. Welcome to my home away from home. If you have been enjoying the last few videos that I've been putting up, then do not forget to hit that subscribe button over here. If you've not seen my last video that I uploaded, please do go and check it out. I will put it on the screen somewhere here, so please do go ahead and check it out. But let's get into the meat of things. So as someone who travels a lot and is scheduled to be traveling quite a lot this year, I wanted to share 10 things that I think you need to know before you travel or when you are preparing to travel. I think these are a lot of things that a lot of people will know, but I just thought I'd put it out there because there are some things that I think people aren't aware of when they're traveling or just don't think about. And so I thought, why not put a list of 10 things that I think you ought to know together, just as you are getting ready to plan your holidays or you're getting ready to travel for work. You want to be as prepared as possible, and you can always use this video as a reference point. So, number 1 of 10 things that you need to know before your next trip. Make copies of your passport. I always say have a digital copy of your passport and email it to yourself, and also have a printed out copy of your passport and put it in your suitcase. The reason for this is if your passport goes missing or someone steals your passport, at least you have a copy of your original information, and you can really take that to your consulate wherever you are and book an emergency appointment and take that across. Or if you have a digital version, you could just email it to your consulate if it's in PDF form, and you can go back to them and get your emergency passport. So it's always really good then trying to remember all of that information. So always keep a copy on you. Take 2 copies, 1 digital, 1 physical, and leave the physical in your suitcase. Okay. Number 2, get travel insurance. No matter what, get travel insurance. I know some people are always like, oh, I don't need travel insurance. Oh, it's only a short trip. It's only a weekend trip. Get travel insurance, please. I have a year-long travel insurance that I pay for all year round. I just pay, I think it's like £5. It's gone up. When I originally got it, it was £5.99. Now it's like £8.99, and it's an annual one. It just automatically renews, and it's like I've never had to use it, but I'm glad I have it just in case, and I never think about it unless I'm getting ready to travel. That's when I know the details of my travel insurance. Also, pro tip is make sure that you have your travel insurance information written down. So the emergency travel number that you need to call should anything go wrong. Make sure you have it written down in a little notebook or something like this. Like a little diary, like a travel diary, where you store all your key information in, whether it be your passport number, your travel number, your emergency number, all of that. Yeah, something like this. So yeah, I will get back to you about what else you need to have in this. Okay. Oh, and also make sure that you have your consulate's number written down or contact details written down. So that's number 2. Number 3, make sure you register with your embassy or consulate and turn on the travel notification for your embassy. So most embassies will have like a travel list or travel website that you can kind of register your details on. I would recommend that you always make sure that you notify your consulate or your embassy that you're traveling. There's an online form you can go on and just kind of upload that. And the reason for this is that in case you're going somewhere and there's an emergency, a state of emergency that happens, your consulate will know where you are, and they can sometimes find it easy to reach you and provide emergency travel. They can provide just emergency information and contact in case something goes on, something happens, whether it be a tsunami, whether it be a war breaks out by I don't know. I was gonna say by accident, but I don't know. Yeah, something like that, like you hadn't planned for it, or something happens while you're on holiday and you want to get notification. So if you have your travel emergency notification, your embassy will send you alerts of high risk activity, and it can help you prepare, whether it help you get out of the country earlier or whatever. But yeah, that's one. That's number 4. Number 3, sorry. Number 4 is something that I have just gotten into. It's getting a tracker for your suitcase. So you get like a little travel tracker and you put it in your suitcase, and you download an app. You like the Apple Pay tracker. Apple have one, but you can find a really good variation of it on Amazon. And this is just a tracker you put in your suitcase so you know where your suitcases are. If you have TikTok, you can find some really good ones on TikTok as well. And this is just a great way for when an airline loses your suitcase or they can't find it, you're able to be like, actually last showed it was here. So yeah, or if you know that it's landed and someone wants to swipe your suitcase, you can track your suitcase. So yeah, number 5, provide details of your emergency contact when you check in at your hotel, or sometimes you can go up to your room and give there's a number and you can just call reception and ask if they have a list to provide emergency contacts, and most hotels will have that. And the reason why I say do this is that in case of an emergency and the hotel can't access your emergency contact on your phone because it's locked for whatever reason, or they can't access it for whatever reason, at least the hotel have it on their books. So make sure that you provide the hotel at check-in your emergency contact. Otherwise, make sure you have your emergency contact also written down in your travel booklet. So that's number 5. Number 6, have your emergency, okay, I already said that. So number 6 and number 5 are the same, where I said, make sure you have your emergency contact details written down in your travel booklet, and then you keep it somewhere safe, whether you keep it by your bed or you keep it near your passport, somewhere safe so people can access it. Number 7, number 7, it's not necessarily to do with the emergency, but it's to do with convenience and making sure that everything you've packed is accounted for. So a lot of people I know, when they're packing, love to create a list of what they're packing, and then they'll put that list of things and items they've packed in their suitcase or on them, and they put it in their travel booklet or wherever. I don't really have a list of things that I pack, but what I also do is a lot of people will use that list to pack to use packing cubes to pack their clothes in order. But I want to talk about packing cubes. I think anybody who's traveling, if you travel frequently and travel a lot, make sure that you get yourself some packing cubes. OMG, packing cubes are life-saving. Like, they changed my life. So make sure you get yourself a set of packing cubes. And what you do is, another thing I would recommend is make sure that you pack all your valuables in a packing cube and put it in your carry-on. And always have a carry-on so that if your suitcase does go missing, you have an additional packing cube with all of your important or all of your designer items, all of your luxurious items, as well as a spare set of toiletry and a spare set of clothes for that night or that evening. So it'd have pajamas, it'd have day clothes for the next day, and just your underwear and stuff like that, so you can just feel somewhat put together in the midst of the chaos. Number 8, if you're landing in the evening in a new country, make sure that you book an airport pickup through the hotel, especially at night, because you don't want to be faffing around with trying to get an Uber or trying to figure out how things are, or trying to book an airport taxi at the airport. That's like, it can be really expensive. But if you book it through the hotel, it's nice and easy, and they will often be there waiting for you because they would have tracked when your flight is coming in, because they'll ask for that when you book it, and so you do that. Number 9, which is key, it's how you manage your money abroad. I would say use a digital card, something like Monzo, Revolut, or Wise. The reason I say use a digital card is because you can transfer however much money you want to use on your trip through that, or you can do daily transfers or whatever from your actual bank to that. And the reason is that should anything happen with should anything happen, like, that your account or your card is compromised, at least you have a digital card that you can use in country that doesn't really impact you too much. So if a scammer gets a hold of your digital card or gets a hold of card information, it's okay, because at least it's not your actual banking card and banking details. So it provides you with a second layer. But other services also provide like travel cards. For example, in the UK, the post office has a travel card, and you can use that in whatever country that you're in, and you just transfer money to it and you can just use it, and you can top it up daily from your original card and use it. And yeah, so for a long time I used to use a travel card from the post office, and actually I learned a really good lesson about having this, because I remember when I went to Barcelona with a group of my girls, one of my girls got pickpocketed and they took her card within hours. They were splashing money, like they were spending her money, and I had this travel card. So yeah, and I was like, OMG, I'm so glad that I had a travel card. And she didn't have any cash, she didn't have anything else left, because she had her phone, but she didn't have any thing else. At the time, I don't think you could freeze your card online. It was years ago. Last but not least, number 10, always make sure that you have a little bit of cash. Cash is king in some countries, so make sure you have a little bit of cash on you just to get you through the day or to get you through the trip, and also for a little bit of tip and stuff like that, you know, that helps. And I have a bonus one for you guys, for all you lovely travelers. A bonus one was never ever tell anybody that you're traveling alone. Always tell people that you're meeting friends, you're on a business trip, you have colleagues that you're going to meet, or you know a few people in and around that live in the country that you're in. You don't want to tell a stranger that you're new to anything. That just puts you more at risk. Don't tell anybody that you're new anywhere or everywhere or whatever. And where possible, if you're in a taxi and you don't know the person, get on a call with your friend and call them and just be like, hey, I'm on my way to my hotel. I would be there shortly. It's really good that someone on, if a taxi driver is listening to this, they know that someone is waiting for you or expecting you. And that's it. So those are my 10 tips of things that you need to know before you travel. If you like this video or like more of this, do let me know and I'll be happy to create more content around this topic. I'll see you all in the next video. Bye!